So it's Erev Shabbos once again. And once again, like every Erev Shabbos lately, a short message and a Dvar Torah, a relevant Dvar Torah on this weekly Parsha. So in Parsha's Kedoshim, V'yohavto l'reachu kamocha, Ani Hashem. What's pshat in the pasuk V'yohavto l'reachu kamocha? The Rambam, both in Hilchos Deis and in Perek Yud Aleph Hilchos Ovel, the Rambam writes V'yohavto l'reachu kamocha is not an abstract. It's not just a feeling and emotion about brotherly love. It's a mitzvah which demands action. Kol ma she'ato roitze sheyasu acherem lecha, aseh ato la'acherem. If you love another person, you need to care for him, and you need to try to make him happy and well and fine, and help him out in times of stress. Whatever you would like others to do for you, go out of your way and do to others. Does that sound familiar? Of course it does. That's the famous story of the convert, the ger, in Shabbos Daf Lamed Aleph. So a convert comes before Shammai Azok and he has a request. Could you teach me the entirety of Torah while I'm standing on one foot? So Shammai wasn't a very patient one. He threw him down the stairs. Or in the words of Chazal, and that convert comes before Hillel, the tolerant one, the un of Hillel embraces him and he says, what you wouldn't like others to do to you, don't you do to others. All the rest is commentary. Just go and learn. And Hillel accepts that convert. So that is what the Rambam teaches us. It is an echo of Hillel HaZoken. But Hillel speaks in the negative connotation and the Rambam in the positive one. But it's the same teaching. So Hillel doesn't discuss V'yahavto l'reachu kamocha. But in Targum Yonasan ben Uziel, on this pasuk V'yahavto l'reachu kamocha ani Hashem, Targum Yonasan writes, "The man ansanelach lo ta'avid lei," and that is the exact formula of Hillel HaZoken. Who was Yonasan ben Uziel? Twice in Shas, Sukkah Chot Chesed Medalef and Bava Basra Kuf Lamed Daled Medalef. Chazal say Shmonim Talmidim Hayu leHillel HaZoken. He had 80 disciples. Choten shebehem Yochanan ben Zakkai. The giant. One of the greatest Tanoim, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, he was the head of Chachmei Yavna. He was Kotten Shebet Talmid of Shel Hillel HaZoken. Godel Shebehem Yonasan ben Uziel. So Yonasan ben Uziel is Mefarish V'yahavto l'reachu kamocha. Ma de'ansanelach lo ta'avid lei. He learned that from Hillel. Maybe he was present when that convert, that ger, came before Hillel, and Hillel told him, there's a beautiful Hasidic story. And it's nice out of Shabbos to tell a Hasidic story. I love Hasidic stories with their warmth and passion. So as the story goes, the great tzaddik Rav Moshe Leib of Sasov said, the profound meaning of V'yahavto l'reachu kamocha I learned from a guy. I happened to be on the street in the marketplace, and I overheard a conversation between Mr. A and Mr. B. So I don't want it to be a wonder in your eyes that a great tzaddik needs to learn from a chance encounter with a guy. That should be no wonder, because one of the fundamental teachings of the Baal Shem Tov to his Talmidim was, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you experience, they all come to teach you, because there is no coincidence in the world. And if you saw a sight, you heard a sound, you experienced any significant experience, it's all hashgacha. They all come to teach you, to open your eyes. So Rav Moshe Leib Sasson said, I was walking and I happened to overhear a conversation. Mr. A asks Mr. B, do you love me? Mr. B says, aren't you ashamed to ask that question? We've been the best friends for 20 years. Of course I love you. Mr. A, Do you know what hurts me? Mr. B, how would I know you didn't tell me? Mr. A, how could you say you love me if you don't know what hurts me? I didn't tell you. Did you ask? Did you inquire? Do you really want to know? But how could you possibly say you love me if you don't even know what hurts me? And Moshe Leib Sasava says, it is then that it sunk in, that I understood the profound meaning of Yohavto l'reachu kamecha. If you don't know what hurts me, don't dare to say that you love me. And that is Hillel, and that is Yonasan ben Uziel, and that's the Rambam. Yohavto l'reachu kamecha is not an abstract. It's not just a good feeling of brotherly love. What are you doing to alleviate my pain? Are you trying to be helpful? Do you know what hurts me? Do you feel my pain? And if you do, what are you doing to ease the pain of others? So we are living in a time in which there is so much pain. Hundreds of families have lost their precious loved ones. Families lost children, children lost parents. Some families lost a Zayda or a Baba. Some families lost both. It's a time with so much tragedy and pain. Are we doing what we can do to alleviate that pain? The minimum we could do is try to prevent even more tragedy and even more death. And we're not doing everything we can. Some of us are, but many ain't. It's just beyond me. I can't understand. This week in New York, a Rebbe passed away, obviously admired and loved by many. And hundreds, maybe thousands of people come together with a levaya. I don't understand. The Rebbe passed away from Corona, from COVID. And all those people coming together. Are you enjoying the levaya? Do you want more levayas? It's just beyond me. Is this the people that are am chacham v'navoin? Heichan chachmasoi, heichan tvunasoi. I'm crying. It's beyond me. I can't understand this. Are these people insane? Do they want more levayas? Don't understand it. And I've been hearing horror stories about families that lost members to COVID-19, and those very same families have minyanim to come together in their homes. Don't understand. Don't understand. Yohavto l'reachu kamecha is feeling pain. And if you feel my pain, what are you doing to help? The minimum we could do is prevent more tragedy. And it's been proven once and again that the only way to contain this disease is by social distancing. And as I saw this week, almost all the new recorded cases are from Haredi communities. And the two cities that are leading with new cases are Bnei Brak, Yerushalayim, Elad, and some Arab towns. Are we very proud of this phenomenon? So this week or last week, the government said you could make minyanim. And the result was immediate, And in those shkunot in which people converged and came together, there was a dramatic rise in new recorded cases. So Achim Yekorim, there's no other way to go about this. So I'll quote the same posuk for 1,000th time. Lech ami boi b'chadorechu esgord losechu ba'adecha. So I am shocked and dismayed. Some Rosh Yeshivas are talking about opening the yeshivas. It's a derech ktsura va'arucha. You're opening the yeshivas just to have them closed again. So when they'll be closed again, there will be another 50 or 100 of COVID patients So what have we done? I also want you to bear in mind there are thousands of yeshiva bochum, American yeshiva bochum, that are waiting to coming back to Eretz Yisrael. And they also want to learn Torah, and they also want to come back to the yeshiva, but as long as there are new cases, they won't be able to come back here. They're also b'nei Torah. They also want to learn a yeshiva. So you're going to open the yeshivas here, and we're going to have 100 new cases of COVID, and all those wonderful young b'nei Torah from Chutz La'aretz want to come, and they also deserve to learn in yeshiva. They won't be able to come back. So this is wrong, and it's a big mistake. We never stopped learning. We are learning, and we are teaching, and I'm teaching right now. We are learning. It's not that we stopped learning. The yeshivas are thriving, they're alive in a different way, in a diminished way. Yes, definitely is not the same, but there's no other way about it. This is pikuach nefesh. And what I say is no chiddush. It's all clear as daylight. Haktovet alakia, the handwriting is on the wall. There's no way to ignore it. Let us hope and daven. Let us love each other. Loving each other is feeling the pain and doing your best to prevent more pain. Let's daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We should take this Magefa away. We should only hear Besodas Tovis and Yeshua's and Achamais and Refuah Shalema to all the Chaylim. And we should be Mavasa Besodas Tovis. Have a beautiful Shabbos, a good Shabbos to all of you. Hu Rachaman, Hu Yanchi Leinu Yom Shekolei Shabbos, Umenocha L'chaye Hu Eilamim B'mheru V'yomeinu Amen.